When people talk about Microsoft today, they usually talk about artificial intelligence. They talk about AI assistants, AI-powered software, massive investments in AI infrastructure, and Microsoft's partnership with some of the biggest names in artificial intelligence. But focusing only on AI misses a much bigger story, because Microsoft's strength isn't coming from one product. It's coming from a business strategy that has been quietly making the company stronger for years. In fact, while many technology companies are chasing the next breakthrough, Microsoft has been building something arguably more valuable: an ecosystem, a business model designed to make the company more important to customers over time. And in today's technology industry, that strategy is proving incredibly powerful. To understand why Microsoft continues growing stronger, it's important to understand how different the company looks compared to its earlier years. There was a time when Microsoft was primarily known for Windows. The company's success depended heavily on personal computers. If PC sales grew, Microsoft benefited. If PC sales slowed, Microsoft faced challenges. That created a level of dependence that limited flexibility. Today, Microsoft's business is much broader. The company has transformed itself into a technology platform that touches nearly every part of modern business: cloud computing, productivity software, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, business applications, developer tools, enterprise services. And that diversification is one of Microsoft's biggest strengths. The company is no longer relying on a single product or market. Instead, it has built multiple engines of growth. If one area slows, another can continue expanding. That reduces risk and creates stability. And stability has become incredibly valuable in today's business environment. Another key part of Microsoft's strategy is its focus on recurring revenue. For decades, software companies often relied on one-time purchases. Customers bought software once and might not upgrade for years. That model created uncertainty. Revenue could fluctuate significantly. Microsoft gradually moved away from that approach. Instead of selling products once, the company increasingly sells ongoing services, subscriptions, cloud platforms, business tools, and enterprise solutions. This creates a more predictable stream of revenue. Businesses continue paying month after month and year after year. For investors, predictable revenue is extremely attractive. For Microsoft, it creates financial strength that can be reinvested into future growth. The cloud is another major reason Microsoft keeps getting stronger. Cloud computing has become one of the most important technologies in modern business. Companies need computing power, data storage, security, and software services. Increasingly, they don't want to build and manage everything themselves. Instead, they rely on cloud providers. Microsoft recognized this shift years ago. The company invested heavily in cloud infrastructure before many people fully appreciated its importance. Today, that investment is paying off. Businesses around the world depend on Microsoft's cloud services. And as organizations continue digitizing operations, that demand continues growing. What's especially powerful is how the cloud connects with the rest of Microsoft's business. A company using Microsoft's cloud may also use Microsoft productivity tools, security services, data platforms, and AI products. Each service strengthens the relationship. Each service makes the ecosystem more valuable. And each service makes switching to competitors more difficult. That is a major strategic advantage. Another reason Microsoft's strategy is working so well is because the company focuses heavily on business customers. Consumer technology receives most of the media attention. New smartphones, social media platforms, consumer gadgets. But business technology often generates more stable revenue. Large organizations typically sign long-term contracts, invest heavily in implementation, and rely on technology providers for critical operations. Once businesses integrate technology deeply into their operations, changing providers becomes complicated. Microsoft understands this. That's why the company has spent years strengthening its position inside corporate environments. Today, many organizations rely on Microsoft software every single day. From emails and meetings to documents and collaboration tools, Microsoft's products have become deeply embedded in workplace operations. That creates powerful customer relationships. Artificial intelligence is strengthening this strategy even further. Many companies are investing heavily in AI. But Microsoft's approach is different from simply offering standalone AI products. Instead, the company is embedding AI into tools customers already use. Documents, spreadsheets, emails, meetings, presentations. The strategy is simple. Rather than asking customers to adopt entirely new workflows, Microsoft enhances existing workflows. That makes adoption easier. It reduces resistance, and it increases the value of products businesses are already paying for. In many ways, AI is making Microsoft's ecosystem even stronger. The company is not just selling new technology, it's making its existing technology more useful. Another reason Microsoft continues gaining strength is trust. Large businesses are careful when selecting technology partners. Security matters. Reliability matters. Support matters. Companies want partners that will still be around years from now. Microsoft has spent decades building that reputation. Businesses trust the company with critical operations. That trust becomes increasingly valuable as organizations adopt more advanced technologies. When uncertainty exists, many companies prefer working with familiar providers. Microsoft benefits significantly from that dynamic. Perhaps the most important part of Microsoft's strategy is that it focuses on long-term positioning rather than short-term wins. Many companies chase trends. Microsoft tends to focus on infrastructure, platforms, and ecosystems. The company invests in technologies that become foundational to how businesses operate. That strategy may not always generate the most excitement, but it often creates lasting advantages. When a business becomes deeply integrated into daily operations, it becomes difficult to replace. And Microsoft has become deeply integrated into countless organizations around the world. That's a powerful position to be in. What's fascinating is that Microsoft's strength isn't coming from one breakthrough. It's coming from multiple strategies working together. Cloud computing, recurring revenue, business software, artificial intelligence, enterprise relationships, platform integration. Each strengthens the others, each creates additional value, and each makes the overall business more resilient. That's why Microsoft continues growing stronger while many competitors struggle to maintain momentum. The company isn't relying on a single trend. It's building an ecosystem designed to benefit from multiple trends at once. So what is the business strategy making Microsoft stronger? It's not just AI. It's not just cloud computing. And it's not just software. It's the strategy of becoming increasingly essential. Essential to how businesses communicate, how they collaborate, how they store data, how they use artificial intelligence, and how they operate every day. Because in technology, the strongest companies aren't always the ones with the most exciting products. They're often the ones that become impossible to ignore. And right now, Microsoft is doing exactly that.